Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Malak, also known as Stephen Williams. Um, I am a martial arts scientist, a martial artist or martial science, which is almost the same thing, but a little bit different. I'll explain later. I'm going for my test for my Shodan and Kia Kempo Karate, or Kia Combat Karate, Kempo. And basically, what I'm doing is trying to take a test to become a full instructor. Right now, I'm a basic instructor. I have my certifications to show it if you need it. So, first, I'm going to get into why I want to become a martial art instructor, and then I'm going to go into my history. The reason why I want to become a martial art instructor because I believe that was my calling. That was the calling that God gave me, and I always wanted to become one. And I want to teach people and help people. I'm not here to teach people how to fight and hurt people because that's not our agenda. Teach them physical fitness, teach them discipline, teach them, you know, how to take care of their body, how to, and defend themselves. You know, I really like teaching women too, because women are smaller and sometimes they get attacked by men a lot. So, on the street, for the most part, the one who's going to attack them is a man. And unfortunately, because of my smaller height, smaller stature, I can actually teach them better. But I put all women through some of the same regiments as I do a man, because they have to get strong enough in order to fight off an attacker, which is usually a man. So when it comes to smaller people, martial arts was originally made for them. It was also made for war also, but a smaller person could, for example, jiu-jitsu, you can take a bigger person, you're a smaller person, and you could take a bigger person without the weight classes and be able to take that person down. You use their weight against you. Now, when you fight somebody with the same skill in different weight class, now you have a little bit of a problem, but we'll deal with that another time. So I like to train in various martial arts. However, I kept moving around to different styles, trying to figure out which style that I want to do, where I want to stay. Some people call it unstable. Some people say I'm all over the place. I don't look at it that way, because our ancestors are the ancestors of karate and different martial arts, studied several martial arts to create their martial art. So why are we in this generation getting upset with somebody for doing the same? They say don't reinvent the wheel, but well, they thought the same thing about these people. All martial arts have have a branch they come from. And by us studying different martial arts, we start to learn where it all came from. So we're not really mixing martial arts, we're really going back to the original of what we was doing. Whether you from whatever country, the martial arts go back to some of the same branches. Whether it's Filipino, Chinese, African, when you do the research, it goes back to the same branches. Was everybody doing the exact same thing? No, but they all overlap each other. So this is what this is what I'm interested in. And this system also is interested in that, making it a good fit for me. Because most systems would tell me just to follow exactly what they're saying, and that's the end of it. You have to follow it exactly, do it exactly the way I did it. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with uniformity. But at the same time, when you're out in the streets, you're not going to have that chance to try to adjust your technique a certain way. Therefore, I believe in freestyling techniques. Also, teach proper technique. Also, you have to make a curriculum eventually. You have to. However, there'll be a lot of freestyling because I want people to, they don't have to follow exactly the way I do it, but they have to do it right. You understand? It's like with Jeet Kune Do and other arts, they evolve. They're not told to stay stagnant. And one thing about Ed Parker's system is, from what I understand, is that he also said don't stay stagnant. Some people have a problem with certain artists, certain martial artists who came from Kempo, when they created another Kempo like Kempo 5.0, Kempo 4.0, they have a problem with it. However, the concepts are still Kempo. And these are the concepts that I'm going by. Every concept from this point on is going to be built around Kempo, Ed Parker's system. That'll be the main system that I train in, and everything else will come second. And I hope that it's only been 5 minutes. I hope my instructor, likes what I said. This is only introductory, and I still think I still have time left. So, when you look at Japanese karate, it came from Okinawan karate. You look at Okinawan karate, it came from Kung Fu or the Chinese. Because Kung Fu is not the only Chinese style. However, it came from Chinese martial arts. So when you look at Okinawan karate, it looks like a mixture of what people say, Kung Fu and karate. That's what it looks like. It looks like. So you have other arts that came from other arts. I like Kempo. I like Kempo arts because of the techniques and the way they do things. It fits me better. It's better to learn a technique with a standing opponent, and when an opponent's striking at a certain distance, or should I say a certain speed, and you learn a technique, than have the opponent just jump on you and just start wailing at you, and you're supposed to sit there and, trying to figure out what technique you got to use. So you have to learn the techniques first, and then it becomes applicable. When it comes to training someone, you have to show them the technique first, obviously. You have to pull back and turn down your power in order to show them the technique. You can't just show them a technique and just break their arm. That's not how it works. So some people disagree and said, no, you should be aggressive and rush the person. The person's going to possibly give up because the newcomer does not want to be rushed and thrown on the ground. Maybe save it for your higher belts. So we do all of that over here. We do the training, meaning the demonstration training, and then we do we don't go full intensity. We stay at medium intensity at the best, no matter what the equipment looks like. We still don't go all the way out because we're not in a real fight. So that's that's some of my introduction to this system before I actually take the actual test. And it's been 31 years. Hopefully I do well, and hopefully I'm able to start a school, and then have some students of my own. And I'm gonna show them not to do what I did. I'm gonna show them to listen. You can stay here. You don't have to jump around because all the art's gonna come over here. So you don't have to go out and explore anything, like I did, trying to find the right. That work has already been done. So there's no reason for any of my students. They can, if they want to go somewhere else, because everything will come over here. They want to learn this art. I'm gonna get students that have different backgrounds to teach in the school, so we can keep evolving this art more and more and more and more until the day that I leave this earth. And hopefully my students or anybody who's left in charge will do the same. So that's only a briefing of what I'm trying to do. This is only an introduction, and the techniques and everything will come later, and the rest of the test will come later. All right. We send this to my instructor. All right. Thank you.